Greetings. My name is Derek Muhammad, formerly Derek Hopkins, and I was born and raised right here in Estill, South Carolina, or Hampton County, South Carolina. If you've been following along, you know this series about the systematic land theft that we are experiencing right now in Hampton County, South Carolina. The major players in this is Bud Ferry, who is an attorney, Judge Keith Smith, who is a probate judge in Allendale County, the retired Judge Sheila Odom, retired Sheriff T.C. Smalls, Lieutenant Craig Smith of the Hampton County Sheriff's Department, um, the Assistant Judge April Murdoch Schaefer, who is now no longer with the Hampton County Probate Court, and a myriad of other uh, co-conspirators. So today I'm writing you and I'm reading to you a letter from Carrie Law, who was the CEO of Gordon Logging Company before my mother passed away. Um, this letter is from Carrie Law, Chief Executive Officer of Gordon Logging Company, to T.C. Smalls, Sheriff, Hampton County. And this letter was written February 8th of 2018. And so what I want to do, this is a letter that it's not fabricated. This is all from our records and archives. So I'm just going to read parts of this because it's very long. It's like a 4-page letter that Kerry wrote to T.C. Smalls before he retired as the sheriff. So this is incident report, and you can go pull this up now. I want you to go because this is public information, so you know I'm not lying, and you know I have proof. Incident report number SO Sam Otter, or O, just the letter O. 180000537 concerning a 2015 KW truck with the VIN number of S Sam Nancy 1 X-ray K W William David 49 X-ray 1 Frank James 459969. That's the VIN number from the truck. Now, letter starts, I'm contacting you, Sheriff Smalls, to try to better understand your decision. Why you made the decision to not allow your deputies to get our vehicle returned to Gordon Logging Company. The legal owner, Kelvin Gordon, president of KAK Enterprises LLC, is not the legal owner, nor is Elon Gordon Sr. Unless you have valid proof without obtaining written evidence and valid proof of title or statements from Elon Gordon Sr. to support Kelvin Gordon's lie. Making payments does not, this is a pattern. I want y'all to pay close attention now. This is a pattern of how they're doing this. Making payments does not make you the owner of any vehicle, even if I was paying for your vehicle that you bought and registered in your name. It is indicated in your report that you received a call from suspect Kelvin Gordon about the incident. Sheriff Smalls, you stated that the suspect Kelvin Gordon is paying payments on the truck. Now, this trips me out because here you have a sheriff who has sworn to uphold the law, and I'm going to throw the twist in there for you because you got to understand this. Kelvin is married to T.C. Smalls' niece. So I'll leave it at that. So he calls Sheriff Smalls and tells him he's making payments on the truck. Please provide me and GLC that proof, sir. I have my proof. He is not. I'm very disappointed in the sheriff's mishandling of this 911 call to your office to report a stolen or theft by taking vehicle report, nor did your deputies leave business cards. I was pleased they arrived timely. They interacted with myself, Maud Saunders, and Audrey Williams. That's my sister who we were charged with trespassing. You just heard that in the last video. At our office. Your staff seemed to be doing a fine law enforcement job until you took Kelvin Gordon's word over GLC, Gordon Logging Company's legal documents of the original purchaser, contract dated 3/2/15, and PO of titling the 2015 KW Blue Cab truck to Gordon Logging Company Incorporated. This is a letter that was written to him, T.C. Smalls. This is in 2018, before my mother passed away. But this contributed to my mother's illness and her heart attack. I'm going to get to that in just a second so you'll understand. All right. I provided these documents and my email to Kevin Gordon with my filing of this incident report. I'm sorry. It's not a bill of sale as indicated in your report. These reports are funny. I'm going to get to that police report too. So I feel you obstructed justice from happening by making a decision not to press charges. It's hard to know or to find out that Gordon Logging Company Incorporated has been established in this county for over 60 years, now almost 70, with a fine reputation. Nor did you have the decency to call me or GLC office that night. I don't know how familiar you are with any of the Gordon family members or Gordon Logging Company itself. Maybe you know Kelvin Gordon or Elon Gordon Sr. better. However, Miss Maud Saunders is GLC president since 2008 and have been employed with GLC for nearly 40 years. A successful story of Nathan and Sudie Gordon, self-made logging millionaire company. I'm going to go on here where it says, I got a call from Deputy Draper or Lode Hope that his superior officer, Sheriff Smalls, had determined that this is a family matter and should be handled in civil court. Now, somebody came to our property, stole a truck. My mother called it in, reported it, or Carrie did. My mother provided all of the documents to the sheriff's department, and they said, this is a civil matter. Y'all gonna have to handle that in-house. You hear me? This is a pattern in Hampton County, South Carolina. We must break this. Okay, here we go. I called. I'm gonna start over. I got a call from Deputy Draper or Low Hope that his superiors, Sheriff Small, had determined that this was a family matter and should be handled in civil court. It was fine for suspect Kelvin Gordon to keep the truck for now. That's what T.C. Smalls told him. He has that in quotes. I don't know if you obtained any proof from Kelvin and that he is making or made payments on the vehicle. I want proof of those documents he provided to you as evidence to me and Gordon Logging Company. Tell me how you determined that this is a family matter to be worked out in civil court. Your legal team can show you the status of grand larceny as it is laid out in the South Carolina Code section 1613-30. I'm not going to go into that statute. He has it listed out here. Any hauling Kelvin is currently doing using the truck for his logging purposes is placing those loads at jeopardy and risk of stolen property and using a vehicle that should not be allowed to do so. We aren't getting any hauling fees or making any revenue with the truck or had any agreements. Now I want you to remember, Gordon Logging Company has insurance on this truck, and it is registered under the DOT for Gordon Logging Company still. Now, it may be changed today, but it was at that time. Kelvin ignored and disregarded me, and being true to my word, I followed through on contacting your office because Kelvin said he wasn't bringing the truck back. You, Sheriff Smalls, and Kelvin has harmed GLC ability to earn money without our vehicle and is determined to take away our legal rights and privileges. This is, again, stopping us from using property. This is, what do you call it? Preventing us from our own property. That's against the Constitution. Anyhow, you and Kelvin have harmed GLC ability to earn money with our vehicle and determined to take away our legal rights and privileges to use GLC vehicles for our operations. We, GLC, must continue paying the note and insurance obligations that were entered into by the contract. I'm going to go on here where he says he went into the office. So here's what it says. I asked, let me see, on Tuesday, February 6, 2018, I returned to your office and met with a deputy Hernandez that I wanted to know why the incident report wasn't signed. So that's another thing. They don't sign them. She said they don't do that anymore. So there's no accountability. So you can put anything in there as long as you don't sign it. They can't hold you accountable for it. That's weird, right? Okay, we don't go on. I asked her why I couldn't make a warrant out on Kelvin Gordon for theft of property. Deputy Hernandez indicated that I had to have an incident report filed. We already did that. I did, he says. I told your deputy. She checked and began telling me that this wasn't a matter for a warrant. It's a civil matter. How is taking someone's property not criminal? Not a criminal matter when that have it without permission, when they have it without permission and not legal rights to the truck. Even making payments don't make you the legal owner unless you are the registered owner. We figured that out with this 88 acres of land. Again, same scenario. We go to the land, we're farming it. We got food growing. We got other stuff growing. We upgraded the property. And these people come in and be like, we taking this from y'all, and just kick us right off. And then go through the court system, and guess what happens? They postpone it. They're trying to wait us out. We need your help to break this story. So I'm gonna go on because there's more in here. I asked her why I couldn't take a warrant out on Kelvin Gordon for the theft of property. Deputy Hernandez indicated I have to have an incident report filed. I did. I told your deputy. She checked and began telling me it wasn't a matter for a warrant. It's civil. How is taking somebody's property not criminal? I want to ask that again. They took it again. How is that not criminal? Even making payments don't make you the legal owner unless you are the registered owner. To make your decision, it may be considered if someone permissions under the lease or rental agreement or other arrangement. Kelvin Gordon has neither. His dad can't, that's Elon Sr., can't tell him to take any of our equipment or vehicles. If you bring Kelvin into the court, this will be cleared up rather easily. Deputy Hernandez told me I had to prove my documents to her I had to prove my documents to her and to take it to the magistrate court judge for approval. Ooh, this is getting a good one here. Now, this is a different magistrate judge now, I believe, but her name isn't here. That seemed out of procedure to me. It is out of procedure, Carrie. I went to the magistrate office window and told her told them my evidence, and they instructed me to go across the hall. Guess where to? The sheriff's office. without hearing me out. I then spoke at length, an hour and 15 minutes, he says here, with Magistrate Court Judge Carolyn Williams to better understand why she thought had no basis or grounds. Most of her answers were shamefully ridiculous and just stonewalling me not to issue a warrant for a taking of the truck. I hope if I should act this reckless, please give me the benefit of the doubt as well. If I harm anyone, you will come to my aid and take my word with little evidence. Sheriff Smalls, or retired sheriff now. I want to do it. I will not do it, Sheriff Smalls. I respect the law. I'm a law abiding citizen, but will defend my rights myself when injustice occurs. Ms. Saunders, which is my mom, has been repeatedly walked over by disrespectful men and women in her family and community while acting as president of GLC that her dad appointed her to. Please contact me with further questions. Respectfully, Carrie Law. Now, that's one document. I got another one right here from the attorney that my mother hired, where it talk some more, but I have to do this another day because I struggle reading this document, to be honest with you. To see how my mother was treated, and to see how these people are still acting today. You saw it for yourself. You saw us get put on property that we're part owners in for trespassing. So that Johnny Gordon and Kelvin Gordon and Tracy Gordon and Bud Ferry and the other players can have their way. Stay tuned. I got more coming. Peace. Thank you for listening. Please share this.